party. Got for a shot. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the Faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich.
Welcome to Super Bowl 53. You're facing off against the Eagles, who are returning to the Super Bowl after winning it a season ago. This looks to be a legendary matchup. Years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. First carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And some space here. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Vick with a give to Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, let's go! Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
It's something that we saw plenty of times throughout his career. A huge chunk play, a huge chunk run from Barry Sanders.
And even though this one doesn't go for 6, worth noting, Barry had 15 career touchdown runs of greater than 50 yards. That's pretty good.
That is very good. He may have taken a loss here or there, but he often turned many of his runs into monster plays.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I 90, I 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
A touchdown run for Barry Sanders. How about this, partner? 99 career rushing touchdowns and 10 more receiving in his NFL career.
And a stat you and I were looking over before the game. At one point, he held 34 NCAA records. And in his 1988 Heisman Trophy campaign at Oklahoma State, he had 44 touchdowns in how many games?
12 games. And I'm not sure there was more excitement generated by a runner than Barry Sanders playing for Oklahoma State.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And what a blow it had to have been for Carson Wentz to realize his season was over after the injury in Los Angeles, with his team just rolling at that point. Dreams of a Super Bowl in everyone's head. But as soon as the doctors cleared him, he made every quarterback meeting, every team meeting, spent extra time with Nick Foles, stayed involved with the team on the sidelines during games. He was probably their biggest supporter during their run to the Super Bowl. Never dropped his head, stayed involved.
And now some more. Motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Ball start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still first
offside's
down.
easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Ajayi. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This is Ajayi. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. A good pickup there at 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And pressure gets to him again. Dante Hightower in there again to drop him for the 2nd straight play, and it'll be 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
And an alley to run. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Barry Sanders, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.